Hi there. Isn't it an awful feeling when we are not happy with ourselves? When we think that we haven't reached our own expectations and we are not living up to our own standards? It might be because you think that you're not tall enough, beautiful enough, or you don't have great hair, or you don't make enough money, or you don't sing very well, or you don't have a sweet voice, or anything. The way we feel when we are not happy with ourselves is awful, is the worst feeling that we can experience. And I know that feeling. I have been there. But on the contrary, when you stop being so critical about yourself and start accepting you the way you are, things start changing. It's a magical feeling. It it is so peaceful, and it helps you get grounded, and it's just amazing. And there are few great things that will happen when you start doing that. The first thing is that you will be in control. What I mean is, instead of giving the power away to somebody else on how you set standards, on how you want to look beautiful for, to get acceptance from others, or you want to be appreciated by others, all that changes when you say that I love the way I look, I love the way I sound, I love what I do. And that gets you back in control of your life, of how you feel, of your own feelings, and just makes sure that you're not giving away that power to someone else. That, my friends, is so liberating. It's like giving you that freedom, just getting out of a jail. It's literally like that. And I I have experienced that, because most of my life I have spent trying to impress others. And I think it all started when, in my childhood, when I was raised by a single parent, my mother, and I really loved her, but she was busy. She was busy providing and taking care of me and my three siblings, and taking care of everything else in the family. And I always tried to be be better, be good, to get that attention from her, to get that appreciation from her. I think that's how it all started, and I that just became like my habit, my behavior, like this auto mode where I am always trying to impress others. And the moment I realized that, when I started this journey on learning about myself and accepting myself, things started changing. I again, like I don't I try to accept myself the way I am, and it takes some work, friends, because all this is happening very subconsciously, and it is happening throughout your day, and in all the conversations, all the discussions, all the work we are doing throughout the day, and the experience we are living throughout the day, even without our own knowledge. So understanding that and just accepting yourself the way you are is the first step that will liberate you. So the second step, or the second great thing that will happen, is you will start making improvements. Because yes, we may have flaws, we will have flaws, none of us are perfect, we made mistakes, we make mistakes, and that is all right. Just accepting yourself for what you are is a great step, and it takes a lot of courage. Because just to accepting that, I did this wrong, I could have done this better is great. But what we need to avoid when we do that is being too critical on ourselves. And that's another thing I used to do a lot, is just being too critical on myself, set too high standards, and try to be perfect all the time, which is not going to help you. Let me tell you, that's not going to help you get better, because you're constantly reinforcing that you're not good enough. And what you think and what you reinforce, you will do that, and you will continue that mindset. And in your head, that is the person you are who is not good enough. So rather, yes, acknowledge what you did wrong, but also acknowledge that that is the best you could do at that situation, with all the knowledge and ability and resources you had at that moment. That's the best you could do, and you did that. So just accept that and move forward. And doing that is again amazing, because you are acknowledging that there is scope for improvement, and you are also accepting you the way you are positively, and you are then reinforcing to change that in the future. That's an amazing thing, and it will, and that way you'll start making changes to the things you're not satisfied with in your life about your own behavior. And the third thing that will happen when you do these two things, and when these things happen, is automatically you will be more confident. You will be more comfortable living your life, because you have accepted yourself, and you're not beating yourself for doing something incorrectly, or not reaching standards set by yourself or by somebody else. And also you are acknowledging the fact that you can improve that. It is in your hands to make improvement to that, and having that patience to do that. That itself is so exhilarating, and it gives you the energy to keep you going, and makes you more confident, comfortable, and clear in what you want to do. So when these things happen, I'm sure we live a more satisfied, more peaceful life in our own heads, and we are not constantly bothering ourselves with this negative feedback. So how do we get to doing these things? How do we get to accepting ourselves better? Is again by connecting with yourself. Self-talk, talking to yourself on what you feel. How do you feel? Because like I said, a lot of these emotions are very deep rooted in our subconscious, and you would not even know when you're making those subtle decisions based on those emotions. So it's always important to take some time consistently and connect with ourselves, and acknowledge the way we are feeling, acknowledge if we are being too critical on ourselves, and try to change that behavior. And it takes consistency, it takes patience, it is not a flip of a switch, and I would say it is a way of life. It only gets better each time you do this. The more time you spend on understanding yourself and accepting yourself. But it's a way of life. It is a part of your life, like we exercise every day for our physical well-being. I wouldn't say that, oh, I did enough exercise last week or last year, so I'm not going to do any workout this year. That's not how it works, and your body obviously will not get the benefits of working out last year. You won't get the benefits, you won't continue to get the benefits forever, right? They will slowly fade away. And it's like the law of compounding effect, like, you how things grow, the good things that you do that are good for your body, or the bad things, right? So similarly, again, you need to continue to do self-acceptance. Self-connection is a way of life. It should be a part of our life, just the way we have our daily routine to take care of our physical selves. We need to have a daily routine to take care of our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, which really will help you in your mental, your physical, your financial, and all other spheres of your life. Because when you can think clearly and accept yourself and you're confident, then you can make all the right decisions, and just stop spending too much energy on bothering yourself and criticizing yourself and beating yourself, which has a lot of negative implications on your own health. So, in summary, my friends, connect with yourself, and that is a great way to understand where you are not in acceptance with your own self, and help you change that mindset and behavior, and help you make the right decisions.